everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations again this week. Quite a lot of them. Most of them are in Reforged Eden 2 except for this one. This one is a vanilla creation. So the first one we're looking at today is the Kanthaka by Willy H. And I don't know if I said that name completely correct or not, but very cool looking ship here, I gotta say. It's a big ship too. I believe this is, I kind of looked at it already. It is a size class 30. Well, I didn't look at it. I just kind of knew what size class it was. So it is a very large ship. And it does remind me of another author's design scheme a little bit, for sure. But yeah, this looks pretty impressive here. I love these angled armored plates and the cut-ins on the armor plates as well, and the accents to the armor plates. Now, I have not seen the interior yet. I just basically spawned it. Had to look at it just a little bit here to get my bearings. And this is the front of the ship right here. So it actually has a hangar door coming in there. A lot of reverse thrusters on here. I believe that now this is designated as a very high-end late-game, end-game ship for vanilla. So it's going to be expensive. You can kind of tell just by the amount of parts and things that are on it, and things like that. And you can see a bunch of launchers embedded in here as well. But let's, I almost got to pull back a little bit from the ship to take a good look at it so you can see the whole thing at once. It fills up a good chunk of the pretty large landing pad down there. And this is very cool looking here. A lot of retractable weaponry in here as well. In fact, I kind of almost want to get those guns out right now. Take a look at the P menu. Obviously, we got a shield too. It's vanilla, so it operates vanilla shield standards and things like that. So obviously, there shouldn't be additional shield parts in here. Let's get out the front and those and drone bay and multi-turret. I just want everything out. Let's just see it. So yeah, this thing also, you got a multi-turret over here, so you can do some asteroid mining or salvaging with that. I believe it works that way in vanilla as well. I know you can do that in the Reforged Eden 2 especially. I think Reforged Eden 1 as well. Wow. It's got a lot of guns on here. I'm pretty sure this would go over the... there's certain rules when you set up like a vanilla game even on if it uses weapon or part limits. Basically, a lot of guns might say you can only have like 10 of this or 8 of that or something like that. I don't think this ship cares about that, which is good. I mean, it really shouldn't. Oh, wow. And this must be part of the drone bay thing. So these must be... drone spawners right over here. So inside the ship here, it sounds like it's going to have some drone bays as well. Didn't know that was a honestly, I didn't know that was a vanilla thing, but I assume it is. Very cool looking ship though. I definitely like this. How the angles are done over here is very good. You got very limited options. You can't really pull this off at a 22.5 degree angle very well at all unless it's really thick, but the 45 degree angle works pretty good for that, so you can do these kinds of angles around the edges. It's got to be this thickness, so you can't really make it thinner, and unless you really want to chop it up, which, yeah. Oh wow, check this out. We've got, oh, that's cool. So we got a hangar area in the center, and it's got these side loading bay doors, which look really cool. I like how those open up. It looks like another one right on the side here. Yeah, pretty good sized hangar right there as well. And I definitely like the differences in color between like the outer hull plating or armor plate, and then you've got other parts of the ship which are a darker gray in the mix, and it really sets it off. It's just a really good look. And look at that son of a gun. That is just a big ship here. So the backside, that equally looks awesome, just like the front. Tons of thrusters and guns and things. And then we got like a little walkout place over here. That's cool. And it looks like another hangar door on the bottom side over here. So cool how it just kind of sits on the landing gear here, but all this is like hanging over that area and actually sitting on the landing pad. It looks like it would work. It looks like the back part is a little bit thinner, probably a little bit less weight, and it would all hold it there nicely with the front landing gear being fairly close to the front of the ship. Wow. Yeah, there's just a lot to look at on a really big build like this. Again, this one looks like it would have taken a very long time to make. Super detailed everywhere you look. It just looks, everything fits. It looks right. And I almost kind of regret that I don't have this off the ground right now. There's, oh hey, there's a way on board. I don't know where I want to enter the ship at right now. I'm kind of looking around here. My goodness, this thing's big. All right, let's just go in this main hangar entry here. I'm going to get out of God mode and adjust the lighting. Take a grand tour here. Yeah, we're dark outside, so we actually got some spotlights on the inside of the hangar. Actually, to this, it kind of looks cool that way. It does. So this hangar is no joke. Wow, it is a big hangar. I don't know if it's the only hangar in this ship. This is a very big ship, but this looks really nice. So let's go around this way here. So we got an elevator. I'll have to remember that. Very cool looking LCD. Oh, and it's got a diagram of the ship in there too. And oh, look at that. It's like you got 1 and 2, and we got codes over here. So I know the bridge is going to be in, let me get the HUD on, and that location right there. That's cool. This is a lot of work doing all this. And you're here. So I am right here right now in this ship. Holy smokes. Hangar, main floor, exit, core room, living quarters. That's a cool looking LCD. I definitely like that. Nice and big. It plus doing all this, it's rough. It's rough. Kudos to the author for doing all that. That it's really cool to see. It really is cool to see. It is a lot of work, but it's really cool to see. So, all right, let's go around this way a little bit here. So it looks like we do have some production here. Nice looking display here for these for the storage and ammo controllers and the repair bay there in the middle. Got a detector right above that, but look at the whole piece. It's almost like a big machine. Looks really cool. I love seeing stuff like that. We also have power switches, obviously, for the constructors right next to it here. Yeah, pretty much a no-brainer there. The lines go right to it. You know exactly what those buttons are for. Got some crew members around here. Some boxes. Let's go over to the other side. See what's... looks like we got, I think, the same thing on this side, mostly. So, ammo controller, storage controller, another repair bay. Do have a taxi tank back over here. We've got the ship diagram. Again, mapping and diagram. Again, really, really cool. So, up on the ceiling here, seeing some really cool features. Here we got a big double crane set up here. And that looks really neat too. It looks like it would work to tied in. Oh, I love these mounting brackets and things like that. And you see the crane hanging down, carrying a box. It's a little different on the other side. The box is over in this position. That's very, very cool. Look at this hangar. We got a second deck up over there too. So we got some landing pads above. A lot of room to park stuff down in here. So you can carry a whole fleet of ships here with you. It does look like it would be like a fleet carrier kind of thing. Well, slash battleship. It's got a lot of guns on it too. So kind of like a battle carrier kind of thing. So let's go up to this deck here a second. Or this level. So yeah, this looks really nice too. So we've got all kinds of ways back down to the lower part of the hangar. A lot of places to park stuff up here. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Everything is just set up. I mean, just all the little accents. Here's another little detail feature. You notice that the author did this thin block work to the lines of the hangar door. These are like something you can't get rid of on the hangar door, and the author decided to accent that with more block work to make those lines connect and go through. That's just really cool. Just a detail thing. It's really neat to see. I don't think I've seen that trick done before. That might be a new one there. Even this, we're just looking at a wall here, but even that looks really nice. I mean, there's like no parts or anything there. It's just cool looking. And it's nice to see. It's just really cool to see that. Here, I'm going to get into God mode so I can go back down here a second without breaking a leg. So it looks like up over there too, we do have an overlook on that side, and this side we do have a hangar door that I believe would go to the front of the ship. So yeah, I guess here I'll go this way, and I'll have to loop back into this hangar probably several times to get to other places. And I'll probably get lost, despite the mapping and the diagram there. I didn't quite memorize that. But over here, looks like we got an oxygen room and gravity generator. And really cool display work with this. I love this platform that's kind of elevated up there over it. That is, or a catwalk above that section. And just really, really cool block work and piping and all that stuff going to it. Let's keep on going this way. Ah, okay, so we got a thruster room over here. That looks really cool too. Again, big piping and stuff like that, kind of accenting it. We got a mezzanine kind of going across the top over here. Probably this ladder, I bet you goes there. Let's get up there a second. Yeah, this is it's a little bit asymmetrical, I do believe too, because I do believe I'm looking at the center portion of the ship, but you can see like this room is different on either side. Oh, there's not a door there. I thought there might have been a doorway there. So this is just so you can get up here. If you got fixed thrusters from the inside, which can be helpful, especially if you're in a hostile environment, you can kind of come in here and fix up everything with a multi-tool. Take a leap and yeah, there we go. I guess I'm in creative. I probably won't break a leg, but knowing my luck. Alright, so let's go back this way. I think this is just going to loop us right back down to the hangar. So we checked out those... oh, no, wait, that was all on one side of the ship. I am mistaken about that being in the center. Yeah, I forget how big this ship is. That was not the center of the ship. So I bet you on this side there is another room that could be a little bit different over here, but maybe it's about the same. Just a whole lot of other thrusters over on this side of the ship. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so we have a center elevator here as well. Let's see where this goes. Okay, front entry point. Seen that from the outside, and we got some storage boxes in the area. And yeah, looks like that's about it. You get in the ship right there from the bottom side, or one of these many entry points. Alright, so let's head this way. And see if there's any more levels here. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're up to that overlook over the hangar from the back of the ship here. You can see the crane part that kind of runs through this room as well. That's really cool. It's even got like a door to, or like an opening there to put stuff down into the hangar from up top here. What's that? Looking at the bottom of the elevator here. Oh, it's a spotlight. Oh, it's a spotlight. Oh, interesting. I was like, yeah, it looks like a spotlight. Oh, yeah, and it lights up when you walk on it. Oh, that's cool. It kind of looked like that, but I wasn't sure because I've never seen this done before. And just one of those things, innovative block ideas there. That looks pretty cool. And especially, yeah, it turns on and stuff too. So lights up the actual inside of the elevator, which is like nearly impossible to do. But the author found a way, and it looks cool at the same time. Very, very neat. So gravity generator back over here. I expect this ship to have several gravity generators on it. It would need them, even though the biggest type. It's just that big of a ship, basically. Alright, so it doesn't go up from there. No ways off the back here. So we've got, well, we got this elevator. The lady up elevator. Core room. Oh yeah. So it's got room for a lot of cores. I think how this, well, it does have the main core here as well. Again, really cool looking displays. This looks really cool. Look at that, really, that's slick block work there. I mean, it's only one block. I mean, saying slick block work when you got one block and two deco parts is, might be a bit of a stretch, but look what that creates. This really cool hanging terminal display out of that. That's neat. That is really cool. That's, again, innovation there. Yeah, that's neat. Especially, yeah, having that LCD over this small triangle block there attached to that part. That is, that's really cool. Yeah, the core display looks great too. 2 plus 2 is 10. Is base 4. I'm fine. Really? Are you sure you're fine? You just, well, yeah, I'd say you're probably dedicated to this build here, which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. Really cool to see. All right, so we got a core room there, and we got bridge, mess, probably mess hall, med bay, and farm. So quite a few things here. Oh, that's a pretty big. Wow. Okay, so this is quite a large area. Wow, look at that. Sorry, I can't even finish a sentence without freaking out over something else. That's a really cool looking setup for the warp drive and the shield, and the whole room environment. Yeah, really cool. We got some antennas in here too, just for added accents. That's cool. That is cool. Obviously, yeah, it just looks like more of an industrial part than an antenna used that way. But that is really cool. We got some. You can see some lower areas, some walk paths and things in there too. And yeah, this looks killer. Let's go check out the airlock a second. So, yep. Oh, I like that. Nice looking LCD around the switch for the airlock control. Gotta hit it. Oh yeah, we got. Oh yeah, green. Oh yeah, gotta have the lights there to warn you that the airlock is open. That's cool. That is cool. Plus some utility function here: shower, armor locker, your med bay, O2. Really, really cool looking. All right, let's go to the next room over here. So we got a med bay. Like, again, I like the displays here. It's kind of like walking through a mall, like a shopping mall or a shopping center or something like that. And there's different storefronts around here. It just looks really neat. But it works too, because it's easy to know what you're walking into, and organized and pretty. So, oh wow, look at this med bay. It's got like individual like glassed off rooms and stuff with more equipment and tanks and things. In the clone chamber, this is what happens if they the doctors here fail. They just reclone you. Like, oh, we can't fix that. Yeah, we'll just spawn you another one of you. Sorry, been real but fun. But yeah, we're gonna use your new body now. I just threw that in there for the heck of it. Yeah, this looks awesome. Really looks awesome. Kind of very realized. Oh, we even got. Oh, is this the outdoor window? Yeah, it's pretty dark outside right now, but that's cool. Louvered window there, adjustable with the switch. Plus, of course, the medbay has all the medical equipment in here. Beyond that, most of that's kind of out in the lobby area here. And, of course, our medical staff. So we got a briefing room over here. It certainly looks like a briefing room. Rows of chairs. Oh, we even got some people in some of them. We got the instructor or whoever's doing the brief up there. Your computer ran into a problem. Needs to restart. Just collecting some air info, and then we'll restart for you. Oh, 1% complete. If you'd like to know more, you can search online later for this air. I am a potato. Yes, I'm starting to feel that way about my computer too. It's or yeah, we'll just all be potatoes here. All right, let's go this way. So we got some advanced or a advanced generator. Why does that look so interesting? What is that? It's not an LCD here we're looking at. What is it? Oh, the drone bay. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm unfamiliar. I gotta see the rest of that drone bay. We gotta find a way down there. Let me try that here. What does this say? We're going to engineering. Level 5 clearance needed. Okay, so we're into like the rear thruster housing room, which, oh my goodness, does it have a lot of thrusters. Wow. Again, yeah, really cool looking engineering space. These are some big rooms too. I mean, this is no joke in the size of some of these areas here. It's just really cool because you get a lot of room to do things with it. Make it look really cool like this. And it does. It does look really, really cool. Where does this go? Oh, right out. Oh, this is that little outdoor area, so the engineers can come out here and yeah, check out things outside there. Get a little fresh air. Let's take this this way here. It looks like it goes up to a Wi-Fi. That's one heck of a Wi-Fi enclosure there. I do dig it though. That is cool. Wow. All right. So we've been down that way, and then there's one of those over here. I think we've toured this room. Yeah, let's go back through this room here. Still, I gotta see. Oh, man, I didn't even pay attention. I was looking at this, and I forgot. The drone bay is actually a really big SV constructor. So in vanilla, I've been used to RE2. The drone bay looks entirely different in RE2 than this, but no, this is the vanilla drone bay, a big SV constructor, and that's what we're looking at there. Okay, makes sense now. It looks really cool. I mean, that is a gigantic part to put in a ship. Considering it is scaled up, really big. It looks amazingly well placed in this room, which is a feat. So that is really, really cool too. All right, wow. I don't know if I feel like I'm gonna get lost, but we gotta go check out this side. So we got the mess hall over here and the farm. Oh yeah, so you can grow the food and you can eat the food right next to where you grow it at. Days without food poisoning. Oh, what a killer looking LCD. Oh, I love that digital clock look or whatever, digital display look there. that is cool. Days without food poisoning. I like the sense of humor too. Oh, and we got Space Invaders and it's animated. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Yeah, this was an old school arcade game. I think it came out for the Atari in a even more dumbed down version of the arcade version. But yeah, I played this before a long time ago. That is cool. That is very, very cool. So what's this? Oh, we gotta have the fancy windows with the louvers over them. Of course, you gotta get the sunlight in. It is a farming section / mess hall. And just cool looking. I mean, yeah, just that's neat. That just looks killer. Love the framework and the LCD work there. Airlock. Yeah, I think we went. Yeah, we see the one on the other side here. So I imagine this is pretty much the same, just on the other side of the ship. And all right, so I don't think we still didn't go all the way up in this elevator. I'll do that. I have to come back down to the bridge level to go through that door yet. So try not to forget that one. And up here, it looks like we've got a, yeah, kind of a entry room. I bet you this goes out to a landing deck. And it does. And a repair bay up over here. So that makes sense. So then you can get all healed up when you come inside. It's protected. Got some sentry guns here. And all your utility function right as you walk in. Alright, so we're going back to this floor, and we got to go this way. So let's, before I go into the bridge, let's go check out the pilot's quarters. We got some pilots over here. Gotta interview them later to see what they think of their ship here. See what they got to say. Really fairly content, gotta say. Alright, officers' quarters on this side. Oh, and it is quite a bit different over here too. Look at that. Officers got like a receptionist or something there. Glass doors all over the place. And then we get into the fancy spacious office quarters here. Oh, and they got to have some of their own like medical. Oh, that's a really cool idea. I like those canisters above the medical equipment here. That is pretty cool. Got to have the bookshelves. Kind of looks like that's going to be the opening to like some alien movie or something like that. I'm not sure. That's cool though. Sci-fi looking movie. Yeah, you got to have the louvered vent windows, of course. And of course, you got to know that it's a bathroom. That's cool. All the little detail touches it's just really, really cool. I mean, it's such a massive ship to start with. To complete a build like this takes a lot of endurance. And then on top of that, seeing all these added things that just really, really dial it in. Even like look at the ceiling here with the cool looking pipe displays going through it and the cutouts. That's just neat. Alright, I'm going to go into the bridge. And holy smokes, look at this place. Oh, this is a trip. So obviously it's a third-person bridge. But yeah, this looks cool. At first I thought these were deco parts, and then I'm looking and no, these are all LCDs. Really nice sharp looking LCDs here that actually have information about the ship on it and like all its weapon stuff. Like I got everything checked in right now, but I bet you this ties to the P menu if I hit P. Now let's turn off a couple. I'll turn off those three, and I bet you, yeah, look at that. Check marks are out on those now. That is so cool. Again, a lot of work, but it's so cool in the end. It's so cool in the end. Oh, that looks killer too. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. Look at all this stuff going on in here. There's like, wow, I gotta look at that closer. Oh wait, there's a repair bay switch here. Okay. And the repair console looks like right here too. But look at how these things are connected to all the stuff. Like all these look like they would like they would all like retract when you're not in here, and when you know, captain comes in, sits in the seat, all this stuff goes, man, moves in front. Oh, I just bumped my mic. I should not wave my hands around. Flailing my hands around as I'm doing this. It's dangerous. My cat does not approve either. Or maybe he does. Not sure. I don't know if I've been to everywhere. I have to look at the diagram in the hangar area again, but yeah, this is cool. This is really, really cool. And again, a massive ship. It is dealing with some pretty big rooms in it, though, which is really neat for its display and the way it's laid out. And honestly, despite the size of the ship, it's really not a very confusing ship to walk through. I mean, I built some really confusing ships myself with pathing and stuff that I get lost in. This one I really didn't get too lost in, comparatively speaking, to some other ones. And yeah, anyway, killer looking ship here. Really, really awesome. Let's take a look at the numbers. I'm not as familiar with vanilla, believe it or not, as I am with especially Reforged Eden 2 at this point in time. But so we're size class 30, unlock level 25. Pretty quick. It's got a lot of thrust power here, though. 148 forward, 52 strafing, 205 lift, 105 reverse, 87 down, 30 fuel tanks, 22 oxygen tanks, a whole lot of guns, lots of guns. Plus, you've got your utility stuff. Now, it looks like there's a separate drill turret and multi-turret here. So I was a little unsure about that when I was talking about that earlier. I believe you can just kind of do a setting change, at least on the ones in Reforged Eden 2. I don't know if that works here in vanilla, where you can tell it to do this or that by kind of like right-clicking and changing the option on it. 35-hour, 24-minute build time. Obviously, vanilla doesn't have all the same resources that Reforged Eden 2 does, so it all seems pretty basic. It does use an advanced CPU core on here, which is something that you can acquire in-game, I believe, in vanilla. CPU-wise, yeah. It's vanilla. I know if you put in 4 advanced CPU cores in vanilla, you can bring it to 10 million CPU. Beyond that, I don't know. I would dare say it doesn't play with CPU. That's why it probably doesn't have those even the advanced CPU blocks in it. So it's probably and that's fine too. I mean, you don't have to use CPU when you're doing the game, by not using it, you can build a whole lot more bigger, fancier creations with a lot more parts and things. So which is really, really cool to see as well. All right, storage wise. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of things in here. Just looking mainly for the storage controllers. So we've got, it's like a couple ammo controllers at 320k. And we've got a harvest controller here, or in wood at 320k. A couple other controllers in here at 320k, it looks like, as well. And then a lot of boxes and other things. Now, vanilla handles storage a whole lot different than Reforged Eden as well. So it charges a whole lot more CPU for storage, and you can't do 640s and things like that. So it is a different can of worms. But yeah, again, that is a killer ship. Last thing I want to just look at again here is our P menu here. Now in vanilla 2, I don't believe there is such a thing as maybe I'm mistaken on this one too, but I didn't think there was like an advanced warp drive or a regular warp drive. I think there's just a warp drive. And the warp drive in vanilla. Oh. That's weird. Oh, it's not weird. It's just God, it's been a long time. 50 light years. Didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was either going to be 30 or 60, but it's 50, so that kind of threw me off. Or, well, actually, AU is 50, 30 light year jump range. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, awesome creation here by Willy H. And this is the Kanthaka, if I said that correctly. Awesome build. All right, so I'm going to jump over to Reforged Eden 2 now. All right, in Reforged Eden 2 now. And first creation we're looking at here is the Starhawk RE2 by Barefoot and Hillbilly. And I do believe this is a Star Wars inspired creation or a replica. I'm not 100% sure. Barefoot and Hillbilly has been really hitting it awesomely with the Star Wars creations and things like this. This one's bigger than a lot. Well, a lot of the other ones were SVs and things too, where this is a pretty big ship here and a CV. I got to pull back a little bit on this one here too to look at the overall design and shape of it. This is a really cool looking ship, I got to say. Unusual layout and structure. This is the front of the ship over here, I do believe. This is the back of the ship. And it looks Star Warsy. It's really cool. I love the blockwork and the angles and the things that are going on here. You can kind of see the mixed materials on the hull. You got some of this, some of the like smooth metal and the other kind of other types of metals in here, and some different areas that are kind of grayed out, some black accent lines, and even some more tannis color rusted metal pieces on it here. Now this is oh, we got a mining setup over here too. So it's not coming with the drills stock. It's probably a CPU thing, I'm sure. What's going on with that? Did I just see that change? Yeah, there's a symbol inside of that. I'm looking at that LCD there right above the gun with the HUD on where my cursor is. But yeah, it kind of disappears when you get closer to it. That neat accent. I think I know what's happening though. I think it's something to do with a little issue with the LCDs. Yeah, I almost want to look at the LCD. I think I know how to fix it too, but I would have to find the LCD for it. If I can remember, I'll try to do that. This whole section here, this looks really cool too. Look at the divided, like the block work with this crazy framing and stuff in here. That looks so cool though. It just adds a lot of detail into these areas. And look at this lower section here, all kind of done up too. Very akin to Star Wars and how things are kind of work on those ships. A lot of I don't know, just techie stuff in there. Pipes and things and access panels and you name it. So up top over here, we do have like a cool looking like bridge area here. Look at the trippy glass in there. Oh, there's a entry point right there. Oh, that's sneaky. Almost barely noticed that. So back in this area, it looks like we got a really cool looking landing area that probably goes into yeah, a hangar door. You can see the force field by that. Cool looking block work here. I like how it's all blacked out on the inside, so you just see the piping, or not the piping, the structural framework around it. Now we've got more tan there, and then it comes into this back area here. Oh, that's really cool with the glass and the seams. Oh, that's not even glass. That's extra block work over the glass. Oh, that looks really neat though. Kind of like a big part there that kind of connects the front section to this back section there. Which is mainly a big thruster housing. Really cool angles and shapes in here too. Oh, I like that. Again, it's all blacked out. You got the like the armored plating along the sides. And all the busy work on the inside here. Oh, look at that on the back there too. Yeah, all that stuff. It just looks really cool the way this is set up. And then we've got actually some kind of like a light blue area here too, with its color scheme going across the top. More like busy work here. Sun's really bright up on the top here. I don't have my light on, do I? No. And then into, I gotta assume this is the bridge area here. Oh yeah, it does actually have a first-person view out the front there, up in that section. So yeah, that would actually give you a nice perspective if you're mining with this as well. Your mining drills are right below, so you could kind of line up and see what you're mining pretty good actually with that. You got a lot of other launcher bays, and I'm sure there's a lot of weapon mounts, and yeah, it already got quite a few retractables on it. More weapon mount locations all over the place, and with a flat hull design like this, well, I wouldn't say flat, but there's just a lot of opportunities to add guns to it, even beyond the marked locations. I believe you could probably fit some like here if you wanted to. They'd have a line of sight going off to the side or to the front, things like that. So yeah, you can certainly arm this up a lot, but it already does look like it has probably mainly drone protection. It doesn't look like it's really set up for offense right now. but it probably could be. Yeah, that is killer. So this section didn't really look at yet either. It's the back part of the front mass area here. So obviously we got a hangar up top there. And then we have this other hangar section here, and it almost looks like that's a thruster too. But that is not. So we do actually have some forward thrusters down here as well. Yeah, awesome looking build here, I gotta say. Wow. Yeah, that looks neat. That looks neat. All right, well, I'm going to find a way on board. I think I'm going to go in this hangar to start with, and I'll try to go down first, and if it doesn't go down, it should go upwards. So let me get out of God mode, adjust the lighting here. So, yeah, nice looking Star Wars hangar here. I like the block work and the angles on there, and this roundy bit here with the techie stuff going on in there, pipes and vents and things. Got some yellow lights in the area as well. This looks really cool. Oh, I like the blocks used here. It's kind of roundish on the bottom, 45 at the top. Yeah, it makes for a cool looking facing there to this like upper floor there at the front of the hangar. And inside of here looks like we got a staircase on both sides, elevator going down there, and then utility function here, your med bay, armor locker, and O2. Let's take a staircase up this way. Oh my goodness, it goes up a long ways now, doesn't it? I'm gonna get lost. I'm gonna get lost. I'm already scared. I'm gonna get lost. We got kind of a chill out area up over here above the hangar, kind of a mezzanine section there. Let's go up to 2. It looks like we've got just a big old empty room space here for upgrade parts or whatever you want to put there. Let's go up to this area. So kind of the same over here. Kind of looks like a lot of open floor space for conventions or whatever trade federation stuff. And then we're getting into the this other big hangar with the landing pad on the outside. Wow, this is a lot bigger on the inside than it looked from the outside. This is a pretty massive ship here. Again. Yeah, that looks cool. Look at the ceiling there with the all the lights and stuff, and going on the hangar wall too. Oh, that's a pretty interesting combination of those deco light parts plus the backing textures there, or texture lights. Repair bay here, and yeah, we just looped around in a circle. No, this is just the same kind of... Well, this is all different here. It looks similar, but it's different. There's different blocks used here, but that, again, looks really cool. I like that roundy bit on the top and the way it's just kind of doing its thing there. That is neat. So up in here, a lot of storage and some utility. I came up in here in an elevator somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Let's go up another floor here. Or deck. It's like we're into kind of a medical area slash really cool looking table with parts and oh, that's neat looking. Yeah, definitely a lot of innovative ways to do things here. We got fridges, or I'm sorry, food processors. Our sink, medical bay over there. It's like all the specialized equipment in there. Shower and toilet, I bet. Yep. And overlook over the big hangar section here. This is really cool. Alright, so we're going up to 6. Looks a lot more engineering-like. Oh, check that out. Oh, that looks really neat, too. Look at the angle and the block works and the color. And we got some small shield parts in here. Our warp drive. A very cool looking new deco thing in front of that warp drive as well. Over here we've got our highly radioactive Pentaxa tank. It actually it does give off some radiation and stuff. So that is really cool that it's got its own like room and display for that. That looks really neat. Actually, kind of glassed off there. Yeah, another awesome looking area of the ship here. Let's go up to the next floor. Looking for symbols on the side. It looks like we're going up a ways this time. Okay. Alright, 7. And it looks like we've got some oh, these shields are turbines. They are shields. Okay, that's what I thought. Turbines kind of look a little bit like that, but they do sound different. So these have that other sound for the shields there. Over here we've got a place for an A. What is that? I don't know right now. I'm sure someone will write that in comments, and I'm probably just completely having a mind fart. But yeah, we got an A right there. Slot for a part. What would fit there? Yeah, I'm gonna not obsess over it. We got some more floor space over here. Kind of looks like the way the ship is set up. The author's probably trying to conserve on some size class in areas, and like some areas are really done up and tweaked, and other areas are kind of left pretty much open. I mean, they all got the walls and the doors and everything needed to make them a room space, but didn't really like put in like a lot of decorative things in there. And I'm sure it's probably a lot to do with a size class thing. Over here too, this looks like a upgrade slot here, probably for maybe a fusion reactor or at least a large shield part. But I think large shield parts are a little smaller now, so it could be a fusion reactor there. It's neat how the glass is. It's kind of open up here, so you can kind of like use a multi-tool to put something in there. It's really slick here. Yeah, I walked through that way already. Some windows over here. Now, there's actually several of these upgrade areas like this. So these must be for, I gotta assume, large shield parts. Where did this come from? This isn't the same hang. No, this is another like hangar zone. Yeah, really cool on how this all the block work and stuff is done around the hangar edges. Some really interesting looking designs in here. With the combination of everything with the texture lights and the blocks and the deco parts. Yeah, this gets up into this upper hangar. I kind of missed this from the outside. I didn't really look up in here. Yeah, wow. So yeah, this thing is definitely set up to carry a lot of stuff with it. A lot of ships. Let's go this way a second. All right, so we're kind of looping back in here. Again, more upgrade slots for shield parts and whatnot. Got a CPU core here, I think. Large auxiliary CPU core, okay. That kind of means that this is already hitting a pretty high CPU. I did have a lot of thrust power on it. Thrusters will chew through CPU very quickly. Alright, so that was 7. So now we're up to 8. And it looks like we've got a large a farming section over here. Excuse me. Very cool looking block inserts. Obviously, you remove these blocks and put it in grow plots when you want to do it. And there's probably a switch over here for the grow lights. Probably a switch on the other side for the other ones. really cool looking farm section there. I like how this is done with the ceiling and cut out like that. It works too. I mean, this, you got to have the grow light basically, you know, a block above your farming section. So it has to be that height, but the rest of the ceiling does not have to be the same height as where the grow light is. But it does have to have one block space, and it does. And over here, it looks like we got a production room with obvious places for additional constructors or deconstructors. And a armor repair bay. Alright, so that was 8. Now we're up at the top at 9. What am I missing here? Oh! Yeah, it just goes up. Okay. That's what I'm missing. So this looks pretty interesting. So this is like that the front area of the ship with a really cool. I love these beams up there. So this is like the bridge section here, and it looks like the pilot seat is back over here, kind of in front of this really cool looking sci-fi thing over here. Maybe some kind of a navigation computer system or something like that. I'm not sure, but that is cool. You got a crew over here. Oh man, there's another elevator here too. And back over here we got a teleporter. Looks like kind of a storage room with a teleporter. Some boxes, armor locker, utility function. Very cool, very cool. And what are we going to up here? Oh yeah, this is the access doors, the sneaky access doors we've seen from the outside that will get you into close by to the bridge. Let's say right at the bridge. Yeah, and this one, yeah, the access door on the other side. And then you could hop in there, and then bam, you're to the seat there to pilot the ship. Wow. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go into God mode a second. I'm gonna fly downward and trying to figure out. I think I missed some areas somewhere. I'm not sure where though. Maybe I didn't. No, actually I was. Yeah, there's a lot of ship back over here, and I was just at the front of the ship. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit here because I worry that this video is gonna be super long again. So let's come in at this spot. All right, so it looks like we've got a like a thruster access room here. Let's go this direction. So this should go across the top part of the hall here. Got our main core right back here, and quite the display room for that. Yeah, that looks cool. Nice looking formation right there as well. And over here, what do we got going on here? Oh, the main shield. I don't know if there's like a light thing or something I didn't hit in here. It is kind of it's kind of dark. It could be, again, I think there was a lot of steps taken because I believe the ship was probably hidden higher size class than what the author wanted, which is not hard to do. And I think the author like purposely made the choice to not decorate some areas of the ship and also not put lights in it, because lights actually, believe it or not, really ramp up the size class on a build. So I think we're kind of looping back into the areas that we did see already. So that's kind of how it goes. I missed the walk path that goes to the back of this ship in the middle here previously. So all right. Well, anyway, let's get the lights back on and look at some numbers here. A really awesome looking build. Really awesome looking build. I wish size class wasn't a thing. I wish it didn't matter. And the game engine was super efficient, where it could just, you could put in a size class 120 something and it'd be fine. That'd be awesome. All right. So unlock level 25, size class 13. Oh, only 13. So 13 even. It looks tailored. It looks almost like too precise there. So again, I'm pretty positive the author did a lot of things to reduce the size class on the ship or to keep it in check at this level. So it could be server dependent, could be a lot of things. But size class 13. So 21 forward, 13 strafing, 17 lift, 13 reverse, 13 down, 18 fuel tanks, 20 oxygen tanks. Mostly, I would say, drone defense weaponry on here. Long range radar included. 20 hour, 29-minute build time. Does use 4 quantum processors. So I'd say a Core 9 plus 2 auxiliary cores is my guess right now. Does have some crew members on here. CPU wise, that's not that high. Yeah, that's it. It's a Core 9 plus 2 aux cores. So Core 9 would take you to 840,000 CPU. This is at 968, using 931 of that. Just want to check a couple other things here. I just want to see what kind of warp drive it did have stock. And looks like our standard warp drive, 30 light year warp drive. So yeah, you could upgrade that, get the 60 light year version on there. This would be Core 11 build here. Shield on here stock is pretty good actually, 67,000 shield strength. Let's take a look at the storage. So we got an ammo controller at 320k. It's like a whole lot of we got a 10-pack of controllers here. And let's see, 416k, 640, another 640. Looks like they're gonna fluctuate. Some are 640s, some are other numbers. But yeah, quite a lot of storage involved in here. And then beyond that, it looks like a lot of boxes and other devices. A very, very cool build again. Yeah, this is just neat. The author has a lot. The author, you know, it could build a whole like modded game of this, and it would be all Star Wars. It would have enough content and ships and stuff for a whole like another game. I swear. And it is so cool to see this. So cool to see this. So again, this is the Starhawk RE2 by Barefoot and Hillbilly. Really, really amazing build. Just killer looking. Just awesome. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna turn that off to save a little bit of performance here. We're gonna get into this big one here. So this author actually put out 3 different creations in the last week. Been very busy. Which, oops, wrong button. Let me, oh, this is on. For some reason it looks off. I gotta adjust my lighting here. So this is the Sprite Reforged Eden 2 by Entei. And this is just the first new creation I've seen from the author that was up on the spotlight. But there was more. Also a base and another build as well. So I kind of went with the first one here. So I believe this is a early game SV, or like a starter SV, I guess you could say, or something like that. And it's a really cool looking design. Look at that block work. That is pretty unique, I gotta say. It's got a couple launcher mount points over here on the sides. We got armor locker embedded in here. That looks really good how that's embedded. Half block size. That fits well with that. Oh yeah, very cool. Then we got O2 over there, probably an ammo controller right over next to it. And then your cockpit, your spotlight. Got a Gatling gun on the front here. And yeah, it just looks like it's just ready to fly around. It looks like it's going to be quite agile too. But yeah, just I would say a starter. Shoot up the drones and things, kind of SV. I don't know all other features that it might have, though. So, really cool looking build, though. Really cool looking build. Again, it looks like it's going to be pretty inexpensive, too. So, let's take a look at some numbers here. Unlock level 7. Yep. Definitely complies with the starter. I think that's your Don't quote me on this, but I think that's the lowest level you could build an SV for, but maybe not. Maybe you can go 5 on them. It probably has to do with the thrusters or maybe the Gatling gun or something on here. 10-minute and 16-second build time. 1 fuel tank, 1 oxygen tank, 1 SV gun, does have a detector, and yeah, this part's awesome right here. Super easy to get into this right off the gates. It does use quite a bit of carbon substrate, but other than that, very inexpensive and simple resource build here. Pretty fast too. 59 forward, 29 strafing, 84 lift, 59 reverse, 59 down. CPU wise, yes. Oh my goodness. So you can add more stuff right off the gates on this thing. I think the author left it off to keep the price down for spawning the end, but it has over 3,000 extra CPU left over on it without adding anything. So seriously, you could populate these launcher mount points over here, and it'd be all good for that right off the gates. Who knows? Maybe we can try to add on something else, or kind of looks like you might have like a spot back over there for something too. I'm not sure what you'd put there. The old school detector would actually fit on there, but that round thing I'm talking about. Yeah, very cool looking build here. Super inexpensive, right to the point. Get around. Got the light. Got O2. Got a gun. Can fly around cheaply, and upgrade it some. Very cool. All right, storage on it. So we've got a ammo controller at 125. It does have a harvest controller on it as well. Interesting. So maybe this was kind of intended not for launcher guns, but maybe some drills, some mining drills. Oh, that's cool. That is a nice use for that. You could do some early game mining on the cheap. Add a couple of drills to this. It already has the harvest bay for it, and you're good to go. And you can shoot down any drones near your mining thing. That's cool. That's cool. So over here, I just want to see. It didn't have a shield. I just want to see if it has a warp drive in it. I don't think this does. No, it won't. Honestly, for this cost, there's no way. And size, yeah, I don't think you could fit a warp drive in there. Well, if you did, you got to get rid of like all this other stuff. So, yeah, very cool build again. Starter SV, get around, shoot the drones, and it looks like it's ready to do some mining, or add more guns to it. Whatever you feel like doing. So again, this is the Sprite Reforged Eden 2 by Entei. Very cool build there. All right, so yeah, let's keep you on. Next one here. Let me get this powered up. So this is the DSEV Interceptor D by Seraphim, and this looks really cool. So yeah, this looks like it would be a combat-oriented CB. Quite a lot of weaponry and things going on the front side here. Got some cannons, some dual medium cannons over there, some dual lasers. So you got your hull damage and your shield damage weaponry. We've got some retractables in here that are sneaky. Here, we're gonna unsneakify them. Yes. Let's turn some things on here. Public spawn. It's got a lot of menu options going on in here. So it looks like these are, we got some retractable missile turrets. That's neat how they kind of retract out in there. So you got the open slot and they come out from the sides. That actually works out pretty cool. What's this? Oh, that's a floodlight. Industrial floodlight. The super extra bright spotlight. We've got some shield parts on display on the outer hull here, around some heavy glass. So yeah, definitely a shielded build here too. We got some wiring over here. Going to the looks like it's using the bigger XL type of thrusters on here. Probably a smart move. And look at the colored pipes back over here. So everything's like pretty much straight in color formation. Kind of white, black, gray with light blue texture lights. And then we've got this just extra colorful piping thing back over here. That's just, it's interesting. That is pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Look at this stuff kind of hanging down off the, like the thruster wing pieces here. Oh, a lot of lift thrust too. Look at that. We got 4 of these lift thrusters in the back section there. Let's get up to the top side here a little bit. Oh, that looks neat. I like all the thin block work and the design work over the hull. Yeah, adds a lot of detail and accents, and the differences between the dark and the light with the coloring. So if you got a bridge that we can see right up on the top there. So a pretty tried and true format there for Combat CV. Oh, we got a railgun. Got a big old railgun here. I think this has got to be the railgun, right? I've never used one in game. Yeah, Thor experimental railgun. Ooh. Ooh. I got to play with those sometime. They sound fun. What do we got for guns here? Dual laser canisters. Some more shield stuff there. More missile turrets back over here. Looks like the real big long-range radar there. I say real. I didn't mean real and big together. It's just it's the real one and it's big. So that's what that meant. We got our shield on display in the back there too. So on the back, oh, look at this landing gear setup here. Oh, wow, check that out. That's an interesting way into the ship. You kind of ramps coming down from like these landing gear mechanisms, and then the side door opens up over there. I'll have to go in that way. And cool looking design work on the bottom side here too. The texture lights and the thin block work. Designer thin block work going on there. Very nice, very nice. Overall top-down view from this. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like just all these other accents too, like this block formation here, all that stuff. Just adds a lot to the overall looks of it. Yeah, makes it all designer-like. Very, very cool. And it doesn't really add much cost either. I mean, I bet you. I would doubt, due to the nature of the ship, it's combat oriented. It's probably it's probably got this kind of thing going on in the hull here, and I bet you these are carbon. Yeah. So I mean, adding some of this over the top of the hull, it's really inexpensive. Adds a lot of detail to builds. I mean, if you can have them there, unless it interferes with something else. It is really, really cool. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, that bridge looks really neat too. Just curious, is there a way in near the bridge too? Yes, there is. Look at that. Oh, that's a nice setup there. Blends in almost with the glass, so it doesn't really stick out very much. But that's effective. Right up into the bridge too. I'm not going to go in there though because I got to check out the crazy setup back here. And all right, so let's adjust the lights here a little bit, and let's get aboard. That's a neat way. That's a neat way into the ship from the back. So it looks like at least coming in that way, we're coming to an engineering area over here. Got some. I think those are large shield parts. Yes. Shield capacitors there. We got a pilot seat right back over here too. So yeah, quick if you're coming in from the back and need to take control of the ship now, you got a place for that. So that is really cool. We got our warp drive and tactic tank in this room area over here, kind of glassed off. Storage controller. Oh, this is a neat option. One of those things that I probably ought to do it more often with... I did it with a couple builds that I did in the past, but it is nice, especially on a combat ship with a lot of different ammo. It gets a little confusing unless you're familiar with like every gun the ship has and going back and forth with the P menu to see what it has so you know the right ammo to build. This is just nice to have something like this, especially near, you know, so especially if it was near your production area too, or storage controllers and things like that. So, and it kind of looks like there is some of that in the area too. I don't see the, it's probably not a production room, but this is really interesting back here. It's just not quite what I expected walking in. You got our main core right up in front there. Look at that display. Oh, that's really cool looking too. The purple colored LCD, or not LCDs, but deco parts. You can see some Xeno blocks out in front of that. Oh, we've got a clock over here. 24-hour time scale. We do have an elevator. I'll have to remember that. But let's go this way first. Storage boxes. Some stuff up near the ceiling there. Another controller. Ah, fancy. Look at that. Fancy LCD there. For the inside elevator LCDs. Very cool. I got to stay on this floor first, though. Before I get lost. And, oh, we got a fusion reactor here, too. Oh, wow. That's, I think that's the smaller fusion reactor. Or is it? God, it's hard to tell. Yeah, 1 block, 2 block. No, that's the big one. Yeah. Or is it? I don't know why I'm having such a... Yeah, large... Yeah, it's a big fusion reactor. Not screwing around with that small one. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Nice setup for that. Over here, looks like we've got some craziness. I like the lightning effect in there. I don't know if that's not part of the actual part, is it? I think that might be a something that was added in there to do that effect there. Yep, this thing's going to have a lot of shield. Definitely a combat-oriented ship. And, oh yeah, I didn't quite notice this, but yeah, we got a kind of like an HV landing area or hangar over here. Well, SVs, HVs, whatever fits basically, but it can deal with HVs since it can pick them up off the ground there. Oh, we got a ladder going up over here too. Where does that go? Oh, interesting. Oh wow. Where am I going? Oh, looks like thruster access port here. I think that's a thruster, right? No, that's the railgun access port. Okay, that makes sense. So that's how you get to do maintenance on your railgun. You got a pretty intricate ladder catwalk theme that goes up there. Again, pretty interesting with the wood grain, like cherry wood hanger floors in there. I'd say it looks neat. Great looking LCD there too on the glass. All right. Guess let's take the elevator. Let's go up to the auxiliary cores and quantum cores. And that's what we have. We have cores. Okay, so that just kind of runs right through on this side. I think there's an elevator on the other side would probably get you to the rest of the cores. So let's just go up to 3. Oh wow, look at this place. Pretty fancy for a combat ship. So we got a full medical bay over here. Got a nice bookshelf. Nice bedroom. We got plants. Or Groots. My fault. Groots. Just had to look at the ceiling here. I was seeing... Wow, why does that look so interesting? It's that texture light thing going on in there. So we're looking kind of outside, I think. Or not. No. What? I'm confused. Oh, that is the outside. It's just, yeah, I didn't see any sky or anything. I was just like, huh? What is that? It looks like we're kind of looking out to the void there, or the. Oh, I guess you can see some stars. Yeah, it's just the way they're faded and things like that. It's interesting there. All right, so up over here, we got some more utility function, automatic disassembly. What is that? I don't know, but we're going to disassemble something. Yeah, we got a teleporter right over here. And yeah, so, and then we're up into the main bridge. Oh yeah, we got info here. Not use auto start. This will, auto sort. Okay, talking about device manager. Mess with hotkeys for weapons and radar. Oh, I am pretty guilty of that a lot, so I will try to refrain from doing that. Well, that's cool. I like that kind of form-fitted LCD there. Interesting. Oh yeah, pilot seat. 3 pilot seats actually. I think the other ones are pilot seats too. So whoever jumps in first is in control of the ship. We got a couple passenger seats back over here. They got some terminals here too. So they're actually buttons. I don't know if they're linked to do anything though. And then utility function back in the bridge section. And come to think of it, I don't think this had a landing pad out on the back side of it. So I think that is the interior space. Let's go down this other elevator here. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Oh yeah, I didn't see this area. So production area. Yeah, I did miss something. Or, well, no, we walked up here before. I just didn't see that constructor, I don't think, the first time. Or maybe I did and forgot. That's a possibility. But, yeah, very, very cool ship here. Let me, again, because it's combat-oriented, I just want to take a little bit closer look on the combat-y part of the ship here. See what makes it tick on the inside here. So this is our railgun. And yeah, those railguns are enormous. That is a gigantic part to put in a build. You got decoys, xenoblocks, decoy generator. Some of the other stuff is just like these turrets over here are kind of like sort of protected in a way, but can also fire. But you know, if the AI wanted to shoot them, they would probably have to hit like some of these xenoblock walls in front of them. Which is a really good idea, actually. I kind of like that method. I personally don't like bearing stuff. You know, a generator's alright, but I like a thruster or a gun, putting it behind walls, always bugs me. But I know it's a good tactic in the game to make the AI shoot there and that. It's just I never like to do it myself. And yeah, the author here found a kind of a way to not do that, which is really, really cool. Yeah, nice looking ship. Very nice looking ship. So let's look at some numbers here. Size class 6. Unlock level 25. 105.4. Wow, that's a quick ship. 105.4. 52 strafing. 73 lift. 105 reverse. 73 down. 16 fuel tanks. 4 oxygen tanks. 14 hour and 32 minute build time. Does use a lot of quantum processors on this one. A lot of that's gonna. It is running a full-blown fusion reactor, and auxiliary cores. A lot of shield parts, a lot of high-end parts, basically. So it's gonna require some things for that. I didn't know the game had tungsten and malachite in it. Huh. Hey, things keep on changing. You're not with it all the time. Yeah. All right. CPU wise, it's not like crazy. It is over Core 9, obviously, but it's not Psycho. And I'm sure this gun here probably. I got to see what that gun does, because that is it is like probably the biggest weapon in the game. And I bet you it costs a lot of CPU too. All right, yeah, I can't screw with the devices here. or I'll screw up a lot of things on the ship. So this was all set. This takes a lot of effort too, just to get all this dialed in. And see, we got a welcome captain. What the? Info. Culture info. Language, times. Oh my goodness. Kidding me. Why does... Oh, this uses scripts. You can see, like, the code set up there, like a C++ language kind of thing. And that's why the author did not want this tampered with, like I normally would do. That's really interesting. Yeah, I heard about this mod where you can put in scripts into a build to have it do more complex things. I've never played with it myself, but it sounds pretty cool. What's the... I wish it wasn't a mod and just part of the main game. I think that would be a really, really cool feature there. Alright, shield strength. Stock shield on here, 126,000. Not playing around. So, I did want to look at the cores, but I don't want to sort it. So, yeah, it looks like it's nicely organized here anyway. So, it is, yeah, 2 aux cores. Oh, it is running a 4-pack of quantums in here, too. Okay, so... It is hitting the cores pretty good. Not maxing it, because you can add up to 4 auxiliary cores in a build. So you could add some more CPU yet to this. But yeah, really, really nice setup over here too. Everything, plus the scripts and things going on here, which are... I gotta dig into that. That's cool. Yeah, anyway, awesome looking build here. Again, this is the D-Serve, Interceptor D by Seraphim. And there is a S model, I believe that was as well. So there's 2 of these. This is the more expensive of the 2, I do believe. And they're both up on the workshop right now. So I just wanted to throw that out there too. So I was looking at the higher end one that is going to be more expensive than the other version. So if you like the ship but don't want to pay the price for having it all like upgraded like this, there is another version of the ship there. This is, I believe, a Core 9 version. So, which is really cool. All right. Well, anyway, next build. There's a lot of builds to look at. So let's go with this one here. Yeah, this is next anyway. So let me get this turned on here. And actually, I'm going to turn you off. So this is the RE2 1892 Stash Refit 9 by Mallard. Oh, I believe I'm unfamiliar with this author. This is a wild looking ship. Oh wow, yeah, this is pretty unique looking. Look at that. I'm looking at the blockwork up in front of looks like the bridge here. And yeah, that's neat. That's cool to see the way that's done. It's different. It kind of looks like some kind of plating, armor plating of some origin. And it's just it's pretty unique to see it. The blocks done in that format, but it really works for the area there. Kind of really sticks out. This is a pretty cool setup here on the front here too. So it kind of like it does have it's using blast doors as front landing gear, which holds the ship upright. You can see some actual landing gear in the back portion of it. Oh, what the heck is this? So this is like a whole series of doors in front of this gun assembly. Oh, that looks mean. Yeah, there's probably a switch for this to open this up, but this is just a lot of like splash damage protection against this gun setup back over here. Look at all the stuff going on with this gun setup. All the wires and pipes and things that are joining to it, and it's kind of got this big open chunk of the hull for it here. And oh, look at this. Look at these turrets with the antenna launchers. Obviously, you could put in some actual tier 1-ish launchers or the light launchers there, but that's cool. Looks like a turret with a sub turret. So that's neat. This is a trip. What's going on in here with this assembly thing? It's like this whole thing is a primary weapon, like planet killer or something. Got the rest of the ship here. Holy smokes, this is no joke of a ship. Yeah, this is a big one. There you go. Looks like we got the long range radar back here. The real one again. There's a decal part. That's why I usually check to see if it's the decal item or the real one. It's the only way I know how to do it. Besides looking at, well, you could look at the P menu, I suppose, too, but that's boring. So, look at this section here. Pretty interesting. It's using one of them kind of curvy, weird blocks in the middle, and a pipe-like part below there. That's a nice looking effect there. Like the texture lights on the sides over here. And look at the overall presence of this thing. Wow, this thing is really cool looking design. It's different than the norm. I don't normally see builds that look quite like this or really anything like it. So it is very unique. Oh, I like the plating out here over by the thruster housing areas. The back of the ship, we got a lot of strafing thrust here, kind of in that block area there. Got some big thrusters back over here and over in this other location. Your forward thrust, and yeah, this yeah, super detailed too. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, it looks like some kind of like heat, like, you know, gets rid of like heat venting. And there's like doors that open up here to allow that to cool off. That's a nice touch. That's really cool. I like the all the block work done over here too. That's super detailed. Kind of like a big structural frame area around there. And yes, here over here, these are probably the fake radars. You only have one of the long range radars on it. Need any more than that, but look at all the craziness going on up around these things too. It's like there's just layers of detail. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I kind of look up in there and you see all this other stuff going on underneath the other stuff, underneath some more stuff. That's cool. And then yeah, and this front primary weapon thing. And even this is pretty trippy right here. So we'll just call this one a planet killer, I think. It so looks like this would be a primary weapon. You could almost like see this in some movie or something where it's like, all right, well, take out the moon. All right, bam, and it, there you go. Really, really super detailed hull here. I mean, everywhere you look, it's really cool. This is a pretty neat little option here too. This is just like a single block over the thruster here, but that looks so good. Just yeah, fits and looks really neat with the thruster housing here. You can see the railings around the thruster here and all the texture detail and stuff around it. This kind of looks like, oh, wow. This kind of looks like it opens up. I didn't know that. I guess I missed the blast doors before, but this is pretty interesting. I almost thought due to the size that you could put in like some artillery turrets here or some of those really big dense mining drills, I believe they are, or maybe I got that wrong. There's a type of mining drill that's big like this that could go there. Maybe they do. Maybe they do go there, but there's a opening in there too. That's maybe where I ought to go into the ship at. But hold on, what we got going on here? These are blast doors. Oh, there is a thruster behind there, so that is our reverse thruster. All right, well, yeah, adjust the lights a second. Oh, wow. So as soon as we come in, at least from that way, again, this is a big ship here. Maybe I'll bring the lights up a little bit more here. It is pretty dark. Let's go something like that. Yeah. How about there? Alright. So, yeah. Got a warp drive right up top here. This is wild. And there's an LCD supporting that warp drive with the warp drive purple. And a bunch of framework around that. Again, super detailed. Over here, looks like we've got an advanced generator behind some heavy glass, or armored glass, I believe it's called. A medium shield part here. What's in this door? Got some pipes, and it looks like that's a small turbine. Sounds like a turbine. Yeah, basic plasma turbine. Gravity generator over here. And gotta be a CPU core. Just the colors on that. Oh no, that's another turbine. I just not. Oh, now I hear. Okay. Yeah, some of the CPU cores and turbines and things. Yeah. I gotta get better at identifying those. They look a little similar, but they're obviously don't look the same either. So this is really wild with the Pentacted tank. It kind of looks like it's like ready to inject into the warp drive over there down this tube. That is pretty cool. It's neat when you got a lot of room to work with. It really is. It's you can do things. Up over here, oh, we got a small fusion reactor in here. That's a 3x3x3 one. And over here, probably the same as the other side. Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty close. And back over here, really, yeah, it's all different over here. So we got like a harvest controller, and some pipes and Wi-Fi back over in that section. Let's head forward here. It's like, it's just a box, isn't it? That's kind of neat. Yeah, just a cargo box. Just had to stop and look at it, make sure it wasn't something else. Looked like a cargo box. It's kind of neat, though. I kind of like how that's, like, yeah, a lot of these parts can be probably used for some walk paths and bring in some variety there, too. So up over here, we've got a, looks like a full medical bay. On the front side of this, this got to be a hangar area. I mean, obviously you got the hangar door and everything like that. Open space. So yeah, I think it is a place for park some SVs or really small CVs, or I don't know if you're going to get HVs up in there very easily or not. Hold on. Before I go in there, it went this way too. So up over here, it looks like we've got our production area. So a couple deconstructors and constructors, storage. That looks pretty cool on the wall there too. Again, super detailed pipes. A lot of moisture coming out there, and then we got our main shield over here. Looks like CPU cores around the shield. Looks like there's supposed to be a switch here, and it's going over to the constructors, but I don't see a switch. Yeah, same thing on this side. That's cool. Oh yeah, universal constructor. I called that a deconstructor. I don't know why, but that is the universal constructor. All right, next floor here, deck. I really don't know where I'm going. So that just kind of goes up into this. Where does this go? Oh, I was clicking on the. That was like a blast door, right? No, that's a box. That is a box. That comes down to here. It goes back into the hangar. I don't think I've seen... Oh, this is like going on the backside of the production room. Oh, and some more parts rooms over here. Looks like a small shield part. And wow. kind of a just a part room over there, and I don't even know what's going on here. Okay, or maybe just some yeah, just some places maybe for CPU cores or something like that over there. I think this whole area kind of looks like it's made for parts. Okay, so we can access the shield from around this way. I think that's kind of what this is for. Alright, so let's get back on the main elevator here. Go up to this deck here. Oh, overlooking the warp drive. Really cool looking display in front of that. I like the like hexagon shaped glass there in front of it. Or that glass has a lot of hit points too, so actually protection there. We got a small constructor. We're looking at the back side of it there. Interesting. I think we're in the main bridge area here. We got our teleporter right over here. Oh, yep, ammo. Keyboard. Bridge here. Planet scan. Oh, yeah. You scan the planet before you blow them up. I get it. I get it. Then utility function over here. We got a red door, which is looks like a bridge access door. Right over here as well. Which is nice. Oh, I like how it kind of angles coming in here, though. The 45-degree angled hallway. It's a cool touch there. And yeah, pretty trippy elevator. Well, that's not even an elevator. That's just like a thing built around the teleporter. That's pretty wild too. Yeah, it's just a lot of detail going on everywhere on the ship here. And yeah, very neat, very neat. I don't know if I missed some things though. Okay, so that's the top of that elevator. It is possible I'm missing something somewhere in the ship here. But it's actually, you know, despite me thinking it was going to be super, super crazy confusing, maybe, coming through here, it really wasn't bad. Yeah, I've seen that already. Okay, so anyway, let's take a look at some numbers here. Really cool ship, by the way. I like the color scheme, too. That gray and yellow. It does have that kind of industrial look to it, but at the same time, it looks like it wants to do some menacing harm. So, all right. Start with here, unlock level 25, size fast 13, 34 forward, 41 strafing, 43 lift, 79 reverse, 30 down, 18 oxygen, 18 fuel tanks, 9 oxygen tanks, a lot of guns, all kinds of guns, 20 hour and 31 minute build time. This one's going to be pretty pricey too. This is definitely more of an end game kind of ship. A lot of quantum processors, auxiliary cores. Does have like good parts, a lot of stuff going on in here. CPU wise, it's lower than I thought it would have been. Holy smokes! Okay, so it's up there, but it's not psycho. Again, it's doable. And this is well, it is maxing it out pretty good though. I guess, yeah, it is. I guess that is. So yeah, all core 9 plus 4 quantums, 4 auxiliary cores in it. Stock shield strength 92,855. A lot of P menu options in here for gravity, radar, constructors, shields and radar, and hunting. Don't you mean planet killing? No, I'm kidding. I'm just that weapon really does look cool on the front. I just envision it as some kind of just crazy primary weapon for something like that. Thinking like, I don't know, Imperial Star Wars or something. Anyway, yeah, but really cool there. Let's take a look at the storage on here. So we got an ammo controller at 320 and a harvest controller at 88K. Drop box at 264K. So a lot of, yeah, it's kind of a mix. Some of these are boxes. You got this main or master input and output at 640K each, it looks like. So some big ones there. Loot at 264. Hush money. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, no, that is that's cool, and it's yeah, the stash. So I guess the hush money thing kind of fits into that. Um, really, really cool build. Really, really cool build. Now, one thing I did know, when I spawned this in, why it's facing the other way from the other ship is it spawned this way. So it's kind of like it's orientated opposite. So this is the front of the ship here, but when you're flying around, at least how it is right now, it'll kind of appear you're moving backwards on the radar. You'd get the same effect like on some of the Plutus builds that I did. They have a pilot seat on either side, so when you're in one of them, it'll just kind of make you look like you're like if you're looking at the map and you're saying, "Hey, I want to fly north," and you start flying north, but you're getting further away from where you're trying to go. That's why it's usually because of the dual perspective pilot seats. Now in this case, I think the orientation is just like backwards. It doesn't cause you any problems with the ship. It flies the same. It does all the stuff the same. Um, it's not an easy. It's not a super easy problem to correct. However, it can be fixed, but it would probably be a bit nightmarish if you were to essentially take the entire ship and copy it to another starter block. But then when you paste it there, you rotate it 180 degrees and then put it there, get rid of that other starter block, and then resave the ship. It would work, but it probably would cause it to not be the same build with the background numbers. So it's a there's another way to do it on the same platform itself, but I would have to mess with that myself. You can do it. It's just it would probably cause a lot of texture issues and other unforeseen problems as well. Some parts may disappear, and you might have to put them back in place. So yeah, a lot of work, and potentially cause some issues. And I don't think I would mess with it. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But again, it totally works fine how it is too. So there's no real issues here. So again, this is the RE2 1892 Stash refit by Mallard. Very, 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 very cool build there. All right, let me power you off a second. And going to the next build here. I don't think we have anything quite as big coming up now. So we got this one over here. We got a couple modules to look at. Two different platform types here. So this one, I always get excited about this, but Helios Cargo RE2 by Silverbeard. And this looks like a nice looking Helios module. And conveniently enough, we happen to have a different build that's right next to it. And this is an Astra module. So now you can clearly see the size difference between the Astra module setup and the Helios ones. The Helios tend to be the big ones, and the Astra are easier to fit on a build. That is for sure. The Helios are just big. Kind of how they work. It's all about big. Well, yeah, this is a cool looking module here from the outside. I mean, obviously modules tend to be rectangles. They kind of have to be. It's part of their whole thing. But it's like what you do with that module, especially on the inside, is what's important. So these dock to the front, so it would be able to dock to anything with a Helios module bay on it. There's a lot of creations with that out there. And I really like the paint scheme on it. I like these little windows here. They kind of look like windows you might see on the hull of a sailing ship or something like that. That is really cool. We got our strafing thrust over here. I like the red stripe going around it. Oh yeah, look at that. We got a couple big plasma turbines on the backside of it here. The HC2, I like that. The acronym labeling there, that feels very very compliant to the Helios setup and naming scheme even. Top side, got a lot of open glass areas here. I like them round on the front. And oh yeah, you can kind of see the pilot seat, a couple passenger seats over there. And all kinds of stuff going on the inside here. Oh, that's cool. So obviously with these, you know, the whole point of these modules is you park them into another CV or a base, and then you can directly walk from inside of that ship to this one. Astro modules work the same. There's other types of module. There's Majoro. It's another module type as well. And technically there's a Scar one, which I probably should have never done that. No, that was my bad. I never built any other Scar modules, and they were so close to the Astro modules that I should have went with an Astro module. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, this is a pretty interesting way in here. You kind of got a lot of visibility here. And what do we got going on in here? So this is a cargo module, so I assume there is a lot of, yeah, you can tell this is a texture with container extensions right there. So let's see what we got in here. So here's a 640K right here. I guess they're, oh, I see where they're all oriented over on this side. Well, it's actually a 320 there. This is an interesting setup here. They're like these big, I don't know, big cylinders in here, like they're big tanks that it's carrying around, but they're all like cargo extensions here. So it looks like it's going to give you kind of a lot of cargo. We got a, let's go up to the second floor. And this gets us up to our pilot seat, 2 passenger seats. No, I didn't get out of God mode when I went in this one, or mess with the lighting. I probably should do that. Sorry about that. I just sort of dove right in. It does change the way things look when you get the lighting involved too, and that's why I do it. Because there's a lot of art and design with lighting, and if you have everything super bright all the time, like daytime on the planet, it just washes everything out and you never see it. So that's kind of why I do that. Not all creations are built to really do that, but a lot of them are. But back over here, we do have a constructor as well, and that looks like a lot of the parts, CPU block, Wi-Fi, fuel, and oxygen. Yeah, very, very cool. Curious how much storage it has. It looks, yeah, it looks like it would perfectly fit into the scheme. Things I like all the very smooth, very roundish, clean. That's yeah, very similar to all the Helios stuff too. They're all very clean and smooth too. All right, so unlock level 20, size class 2, 74, 26 strafing, 102 lift, a lot of lift. So this actually kind of looks like it's beyond, like a lot of the modules, especially with storage or production, are kind of meant to, they have really weak thrusters on them, and then you dock them once and you just leave them there for the rest of the game. And you fill them up with stuff, and they just, you know, since they're attached to your CV, it moves with your CV. This one, however, it looks like it's kind of like set up where it could do away missions. Like maybe it could go down to the planet and provide storage down on the planet, then fly back up into, you know, and dock again to the creation that has Helios bays on it. So, yeah, that is cool. So it is kind of unique. It's unique to the ones that the production module I did, and some other ones I've seen too, because of this. This one actually has some real thrust on it. Where the other ones was just like unloaded maneuvering thrust to park only kind of thing. So, yeah, this one with all that lift thrust, it could, you know, bring the storage and head down to a planet and things like that, which is really, really cool. So on actual storage here, very nicely done. So yeah, straight up, it looks like we got 5, 6. Okay, so there. Oh, 6 is on top. It does that. The game does that. So you got 8 640K storage space, very neatly labeled, 1 through 8, and all 640s. So yeah, it does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. It's a Helios cargo module. A very, very cool build there. And yeah, you know what? After this video too, I'll get it thrown into the Helios module collection so people can find it there. I've been doing that with like Helios builds, either ships that can hold Helios modules or modules themselves. So it's a kind of a sorter thing out there. All right. Well, anyway, very, very cool again on this one. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Probably because I am. Yeah, it does not have a shield. I didn't think I had a shield. I just wanted to see if it had a. I didn't think it did. I don't think it has a warp drive. And which, yeah, I wouldn't put a warp drive on here anyway. I don't think that would make much sense. If it did, it would just be kind of a waste of space and CPU. Oh yeah, the I didn't look at the CPU on it. That's so it is a Core 2. So basic CPU core, one CPU extender, translates to it uses most of it. So it's right up in there. But yeah, the big different feature on this one is it's just a lot of storage, 8640s, and it's capable of moving that storage around after you put it in there. So that's a really cool feature there. All right, so again, that was the Helios Cargo RE2 by Silverbeard. Very, very cool. All right, so right next to it here, we've got the Astro module here. Yeah, get this one powered up. And this is the Trinio, or Trinio, Trineo, Astra XL Minor by J Drafton, also for RE2. So, yeah, this is a mining module here. So it looks like we got the 8 mining drills right on the front. That's a cool looking front end on it. I love this LCD over here too. Yeah, Trineo Minor XL. Right in front of the glass cockpit area there. And these are smaller, but work extremely similar to the Helios modules. Essentially, you got landing gear right over here. So that park into the front. The door lines up to the creation, and you just walk in and out of that creation into this without ever having to go out in space, which is really, really cool. So this one, yeah, this one's pretty thrusty too. Obviously, it's a miner though, so it's meant to do the mining, and it also has drone defense. I like how all the guns are in here. Again, the same thing with this one. The ceiling requires to be really flat, where you can't even put like any thin blocks or any kind of anything up there. You have to recess any turrets you got down, so they're not above this row, because that row is needed for docking. So you just can't mess with it, basically. So it is configured for that specification. And it looks really nice too. I like the choice of colors, and the thruster colors too. Will really kind of go with that. You got your grays, your really dark grays, and then the blues in formations. Cool looking stuff here. Obviously, again, you're dealing with a rectangle, and that's typically what modules are. So you don't get a lot of creative designing that you can do with these, but they are a nice in-game asset, really functional for if you're using the module type of ships, which are kind of a neat way to go. So here, let me adjust the lights here. Nice looking module though, really looks nice. So as soon as you walk in, we've got a CPU core and our main core. It's like a storage controller over there. Shower. Those actually do look kind of good turned sideways. That looks like a seat, which is kind of nice. Or table or something in there. Another storage controller there. Got a big glowy pipe in here. But this is a part upgrade room. You can see that across the top almost. I don't know what that quite says. See, I don't know. It looks like it would hold a 1x3 generator there, but it could be for a small plasma turbine, or a lot of things actually. So we got a small constructor and a large constructor back over here. We got yeah, this one I think is going to have a warp drive and a shield and stuff on it too, because it is a miner. Yeah, here's our shield. And you got to, yeah, doing these modules too, you really got to compact everything. You cannot, well, depending, you know, like especially with the Astro modules, you gotta have things pretty tight if you want to get a lot of stuff in it. And the author is doing that. It is filled, which is really, really cool. It's nice to see it work that way. Wow, it's got a whole medical bay in here too. Didn't quite expect that. Yeah, CPU core there, fridge. Yeah, some other utility. Oh, it's even got a teleporter in here. It is just packed tight. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in here, despite it being a module. And then we got this message board here too. A lot of upgrades for it. You have enough CPU to upgrade the thrust, change turrets for turrets of choice, or upgrade to advanced warp if desired. I won't read through all of that, but that is really cool. I definitely like to see stuff like that in builds too. Let people that sub it get an idea of what's going on and what the author had intended, or part locations, things like that. Yeah, very, very cool module though. That's a neat looking front end on it too, with how it's kind of cut in, with how the drills are placed there. That must have been quite a bit to figure out. It's tight, and the drills aren't airtight either, so they got to be sealed around it and things like that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this doesn't have oxygen inside here. I don't think it does. Actually, I don't think I've seen a ventilator. Because that's a problem I ran into with some things, is because these parts weren't airtight, you had to push them further away from the internal area, which wastes room, and things like that. So yeah, that is cool. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice this. We got a way in the back here. Oh, warp drive access. Okay, it does have the 30 light year warp drive. It did say that. But then you can upgrade it within the CPU that it already has. Alright, very cool. Anyway, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 1, 73 forward, 31 strafing, 55 lift, 21 reverse, 11 down, 3 fuel tanks, 1 oxygen tank, 8 laser drills. You got 4 Gatling turrets for drone defense, detector, 4 hour and 15-minute build time. Not needing anything unusual or hard to get or anything like that. It does have stock shield strength of 25,485. Yeah, 3. We got some menu controls for the constructors and deconstructors. Storage-wise, so we got an ammo box, makes sense. Main controller, so 330k there. Got ore A and B, so about 320. Well, yeah, that's close enough. A couple 320s there. Yeah, and beyond that, some boxes. So yeah, so about 640k of harvest storage, plus another 330k of just regular storage, and then you got an ammo box at 14k beyond that. So yeah, like really set up really nice for everything. And it warps around. Use it as your primary CV miner, which is awesome. It does the 8 drill setup, which is the max limit in RE2 as well. Yeah, again, very, very cool. This is the Trinio Astra XL miner by Jay Drafton. Very, very cool. And I think, believe it or not, that is all the builds today. I'm just looking at my list. Yeah, I went with 7 because I was scared because some of them were really big. And I think I was justified in being scared of trying to take on too many creations with so many big ones to look at. Like, well, you know, the first one and this one and that one's pretty big. And yeah. Anyway, again, this week, some really amazing work done. It's like, I think I hit like 180 episodes on this YouTube video series of looking at the creations that come out every week, and it just keeps on going strong. So many wild new builds by so many different authors. It's just and I miss a lot. I mean, there's a lot more than I'm able to show. I mean, I gotta kind of pick and choose, and just one other thing I wanted to throw out there. Over time, there's been some comments and questions about it, and it's how do you select the creations for these videos. And typically, I do it as easy as possible for myself. I pretty much on Friday morning I look at the what's up on the workshop spotlight or the front page, and I grab those. But I do have a couple rules in place. One is I try not to show more than one creation by one author a week. So there is that. So like if you put out like 2 or 3 creations in the same week and they're all up there, I'll just pick one of them. And then often I will also try to grab something from new releases, whatever catches my eye. And there's a lot of new releases every week too. So and there's a lot that I would want to look at. Now, one thing when I do look at like the new release creations too, sometimes there's some that look, I see a picture, like the blueprint picture, and it looks really nice, and I was like, wow. And then I look at it, and there's no information, there's no other screenshots, there's nothing on it, and those, unfortunately, I skip them. It's not because the creation's bad. It's just I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it's for, what it's supposed to do, how expensive it is, or any other views. I don't know if it's got the interior done. I don't know nothing about it. So I tend to skip those because there's just so many to pick from that, this, if there was only like, 5 or 10 new creations every week, I wouldn't be skipping them. But because there's probably a couple hundred new creations made by various people every week. Yeah, it's just kind of how it is. So if you have a creation like that and you might have put a lot of time and effort into it and it's not getting many views or anything like that, or many people are looking at it, a lot of it has to do with the post. Like if it doesn't have any information, doesn't have all the screenshots, and especially if you're not a well-known author already, it's just probably going to be overlooked. So I always encourage everyone to try to put a little time into the post itself. Take pictures of your creation, stats, general information. It doesn't have to be super specific and detailed, but I would definitely take pictures of the actual stat screens as part of your screenshots that you're showing with your creation. I say this again too because I've seen a couple things in there and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. And I was just about ready to click on it, then I go to the post and it's like nothing. There's just no information at all. I have a picture of a creation from one particular angle, kind of far away, and I know nothing else about it. So that's one of those things. I just always encourage you to do that if you're into it. I mean, other people are putting stuff up there. They're sharing a build with their friends. Don't want to do all that. Their friends know what build to get. I get that too. So it's not a thing. It's not like I'm trying to say you're doing something wrong. It's just I wanted to clarify exactly what I do each week on picking the creations, and I try not to ever, it doesn't matter what author. I'm not picky. Any author. I like to see new author names too that I'm unfamiliar with. Obviously, some creations you see these authors many times, over and over again. But yeah, it happens. Well, other than that, you all have yourself an excellent weekend, and I will talk to you later.